Hi, it's Grandma Kate. Hi, Lily. Hi, Eli and Kobe and Xavier and Faith and Penny. Hope you guys are doing great today. I'm going to be reading a new story that you may not have heard. It's called Wemberly Worried. Do you ever worry about stuff? Papa knows I worry about things sometimes. Just like this little girl named Wemberly. She asks a lot of questions like, what if this might happen? Or what if that? And I think that this is a great story that shows us that when we have a friend who understands that we worry, it helps us not worry so much. So I hope you enjoy this one. This one's called Wemberly Worried by Kevin Henkes. And I was so lucky when I found this book on the bookshelf, I noticed he wrote his name right there for me. That's kind of cool that the author signed the book. It goes like this. Wemberly worried about everything. Big things, she says, I wanted to make sure you were still here. And little things, like spilling her grape juice. And things in between, she says, Mama, what if I shrink? Do you think you could shrink in the bathtub? I think that's kind of silly. Wemberly worried in the morning. She worried at night. And she worried throughout the day. When you worry too much, she says, you worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. And Grandma has a shirt on that says, go with the flow. That kind of means just kind of go with life as it comes along. At home, Wemberly worried about the tree in the front yard. What if it falls on our house? And the crack in the living room wall. What if it gets bigger and something comes out of it? And the noise the radiators made. Radiators are like furnace vents that old houses have, and there's water inside of this, and when it heats up, it sounds like this. So she says, what if there's a snake in there? At the playground, Wemberly worried about the chains on the swings. They're too rusty, she thinks. And the bolts on the slide, too loose. And the bars on the jungle gym, too high. And always she worried about her doll Petal. Shouldn't Petal have a car seat too? She's crying. She says, Petal's lost forever. And her mother says, I found her, sweetie. And there she is sitting outside the washing machine watching Petal take a bath. And she says, I'll wait for you, Petal. Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. And when Wemberly was especially worried, she rubbed Petal's ears. Wemberly worried that if she didn't stop worrying, Petal would have no ears left at all. I think she was worried she'd rub them off. On her birthday, Wemberly worried that no one would come to her party. See, said her mother, there was nothing to worry about. This little boy says, this is the best present ever. And she says, I wish I had my birthday today. But then Wemberly worried that there wouldn't be enough cake. On Halloween, Wemberly worried that there would be too many butterflies in the neighborhood parade. See, said her father, there was nothing to worry about. I don't see any butterflies. I see a witch and a cat. Oh, that's Lily. If any of you have read Lily's Purple Plastic Purse, that's Lily and her little brother. I'll read you that one another time. There's a piece of cheese and an angel and another cheese and a princess and an elephant. But then Wemberly worried because she was the only butterfly. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. And she's pointing to a sign that says, take it as it comes. Soon Wemberly had a new worry, school. Wemberly worried about the start of school more than anything she had ever worried about before. By the time the first day arrived, Wemberly had a long list of worries. What if no one else has spots? What if no one else wears stripes? What if no one else brings a doll? What if the teacher is mean? What if the room smells bad? What if they make fun of my name? What if I can't find the bathroom? What if I hate the snack? And what if I have to cry? Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. She worried all the way there. And her grandma says, have fun. I don't think that Wemberly's worried about having fun. While Wemberly's parents talked to the teacher, Mrs. Peachum, Wemberly looked around the room. Then Mrs. Peachum said, Wemberly, there is someone I think you should meet. Her name was Jewel, and she was standing by herself. She was wearing stripes, and she was holding a doll. Can you guess why Mrs. Peachum wanted Wemberly to meet her? At first, Wemberly and Jewel just peeked at each other. This is Petal, said Wemberly. This is Niblet, said Jewel. Petal waved, and Niblet waved back. Hi, said Petal. Hi, said Niblet. I rub her ears, said Wemberly. I rub her nose, said Jewel. Throughout the morning, Wemberly and Jewel sat side by side and played together whenever they could. Petal and Niblet sat side by side too. Wemberly worried, but no more than usual, and sometimes even less. And before Wemberly knew it, it was time to go home. Come back tomorrow, called Mrs. Peachum as the students walked out the door. Wemberly turned and smiled and waved. I will, she said. Don't worry. And that's the end. I think it's nice to have a friend when you worry, and even when you don't. So, Grandma Kate loves you all. I will read you another book tomorrow. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Good job, Kate.